Here's your next recorded session. Yeah, let's get started. So this is coming along really nicely. The fixes that we've made on the run and especially the arm definitely helps for the first run. And then after that, I think there's this weird... I think at this point you don't have to follow this arm anymore. You kind of have to follow the right thing that the arm should be doing, which is like continue this kind of like running pose, running animation. Because right now it looks like a mistake where the arm just has this like run cycle, and then suddenly the arm kind of like breaks in mid-strike to open up and then like to do this. So I feel like that's kind of like broken. It shouldn't do that. You should just continue the run. So like here, you can have him do this, and then he can naturally just go down into this. Because like in this animation, he's starting from the reference. I mean, he's kind of starting from like a standing position. That's why he needs to open his arm up really big to do the anticipation. I think we don't need that because you have the run starting. So yeah, let's not have this arm opening up like that. But basically, it's missing the feeling of the guy squashing down. Like here, he has this pose, and then he kind of lands, and he goes down to accept the weight, and then he hops up. So I feel like we're missing that feeling, and I'm trying to figure out why. I think firstly, there's this pop right here, and then I think what's happening is also you're pushing him way too far forward. I feel like here, this line of action is actually more like something like this. Yeah, and this is a straight leg. The problem with this straight leg is it doesn't convey that I am putting weight on this and I'm just like pushing it off. So there should be a bit of like a bend feeling, and then the feet shouldn't be so completely off the ground. So yeah, I feel like here you might have pushed him too far forward. So just have him stay back. And I feel like we need a few more frames where he's kind of like lower. Right now, I think he goes up too quickly, so we can have him stay down here. And here, he would be further back, and then he can be down. And here, he doesn't have to go so high up. He can be more like this, like lower, and then this, and then you can then try to blend into like this pose. I know you're still working on the arm, but like make sure it's not this straight. Is that looks overextended. There's a bit of in the poses. There's a bit of like curve. It's curve. Try not to have your poses be like. Yeah, don't look at this reference. You can just remove this reference completely. This is not a good reference. This reference is not good. It doesn't look appealing. Yeah, you have this band. Try not to have your limbs ever like do this like really straight. Like this is fine, but then like here there's a pose where the limbs go straight like that, right? That's really broken. It's like overextended. Your legs should never be like the the knees should never be like that. Unless if you're a ballerina, but there should always be like a slight bend. Even when you're straightening the leg, there's always a slight bend, you see? And never have it be like that, because our human legs can't never do that. Yeah. So, and then here we're missing, I think this pose right here. Your legs are like, in his line of action is more like this. So the leg that you have, it's too far forward, so you want to push it back slightly so it doesn't feel like he's overextended. There's some work that needs to be done on this leg. If you watch the spacing of the leg, you see how it goes there and it kind of hangs back a little, and then there's a really fast right here. It goes really fast and then it slows down. So that's kind of like you like a pendulum. It swings forward, this leg here that swings forward really quickly and then it kind of hangs. So you kind of want that feeling right now. I think what's happening with yours is it's just kind of really even. It's just really even. So there's like no texture. And I mean, there's a reason why he does that, is he's trying to get the momentum. He's trying to jump forward. So to get the jump happening, he's using the momentum of moving forward. So that involves the leg also moving, like, you know, swinging forward. And then he kind of hovers in the air a little bit. And so like here, if you can see, this part is bent, so you shouldn't have yours straight. He's kind of like hovering in the air, so you kind of want to have the legs kind of stay hovering, and then he bends forward. You might have to readjust your body for that to happen. And then that's all good. Now the only problem with this last animation is we need a pose. I know you can't see it very well, but basically that's a frame where he actually lands on the ground and his legs are kind of like straighter. When he lands on the ground, his line of action right now is doing his curve, right? This is the line of action, and then here is actually like that, and yours is like this. So you want to fix your line of action to this, or it's more like this. So he kind of lands like that. So you want to have like this, and then the legs are kind of like straighter. The legs are straight. I mean, not like ramrod straight, but straight as in like there's still some curve, but generally it's straight. And then you can bend. You know, once the leg touches the ground, you need one frame where the foot is on the ground, and then you bend the body. So this frame here, and then you can start to bend the leg because now the body takes the weight. Yeah. So we're missing that feeling. Right now it looks like he lands with bended knee. Yeah, we're missing that feeling. I'm not going to comment too much on the arms yet because I want to get the body feeling right, and then that will work. And then let's look at this part here. I feel like this swing to this land still doesn't work super well. It almost feels like he's kind of floating into this action. I'm going to figure out how we can. I feel like we might need for him to stay a bit lower here, and then when he jumps up, there's a bit of a difference in terms of the Y, because right now I think the Y is too even. You know, the Y that you have is just like very even, like just linear like that. Instead it should be like a bouncing ball, or like some kind of like where he kind of stays lower, anticipates, and then he, you know, there's a bit bigger gap where he pops up into the air. So like this part here needs that kind of feeling, and you can see it, you can feel it when you play it back in the reference. That he kind of like holds this anticipation for a bit anticipation in terms of the why. He kind of stays low for a bit longer, and then he kind of goes up. So we kind of need that feeling. Yeah. Same with here. As he lands, he needs to like kind of stay lower for a bit longer, and then he can like pop up. You know, I'm missing that feeling. Like sort of like what you have here. If you notice here, you see how the body kind of stays down, and then it pops up. You see here? Here it kind of pops up. This feeling. That's the feeling we're looking for. See here? Pop. You see he kind of jumps up. See that? He kind of jumps up. That feeling. So we need some of that around here, and then when he lands, and up here as well. Yeah, we're missing that feeling. That's the weight of the body taken by the leg. Like, you know, when the body comes down into the legs, and cushioning and then popping up, anticipation and then coming up. So yeah, once you get that feeling in, it's gonna feel really solid. And then this other thing I noticed is this pose here. This pose of the body here, it just feels too frame 53. It just feels too like you're bending the body too much. Like that, I would reduce how far back it bends. In here, the line of action feels like a nice curve, more like that. Yours right now feels more like this. That makes sense. Instead of a nicer. Instead of like a, you know, like from the legs, it should be more like this. Something like that, you see? And like try not to break the body by adding a really, like the upper body being bent like that, and then the leg coming out like that. Yeah, try to have it more like this. You know, more like that. Yeah, and then that should work. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, it's feeling pretty good overall. Let's do the body and the legs. Let's get all that feeling that I talked about. Let's get that in there. Let's do some of the changes that I mentioned. Overall, is really coming along. I feel like, you know, we're gonna get this done pretty soon, especially if you can get that feeling right. Oh, watch out here how the body just goes from here, and then like immediately it goes into like this really broken line of action. Right now, look at the head and neck. The neck is doing this, and the body goes back. So it should be, that's not the right line of action. The line of action should be like this. It should be curved this way. So your body should be curved, not this way, right? That's the line of action here. Here it is curve. Even here, it's just like a straight. It's like this curve, not. Right now you have it like that, not like that. It's this. And then here, even here is just a straight. It's like a curve like that. And then here, yeah, that's it. All right, but overall, it's coming along really well. You know, we just need to wrangle some of the stuff. I think the bulk of the work is there. We just need to not, you know, right now just apply all the good stuff that we've learned, all the polish, arcs, good posing, you know, weight, yeah, line of action. Yeah, once you finish that, it should be good. Okay, all right, that's it for now. Let me know when you're ready for your next class. We'll do a live session. Alright, that's it. Thanks. Talk to you soon. Bye.